Hello my friends, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. In yesterday's video, we ran into Corypheus again. We buried Haven under snow, we became the Inquisitor, we have a new castle. Lots of things happened in the last two videos, so if you haven't seen them, you should totally go catch up because there was a lot that happened. In today's video, I do want to spend time exploring this huge area. I popped out here for just a quick second to see if the lighting was better, and dang, it is massive. I mean, it's a castle, so I would expect it to be massive, but anyway, we'll explore that in a minute. Before I do that, I do want to pop over to my Codex. I did read through some stuff, the characters I want to read while I'm filming because they cover characters, obviously. But it was interesting to read several Codex entries on the Red Templars. I mean, they had behemoths and soldiers and archers and knights and guardsmen, all kinds. And they did confirm that the Red Templars are being fed red lyrium like Meredith from Dragon Age 2. It does make me wonder, is it like something they eat with their food? Do they, like, how do they ingest it? Is it a drink? Like, I wonder if that will be answered, because I'm curious to know, obviously. But some of the Codex entries were written from like the point of view from non-Red Templars who either were watching their fellow Templars go crazy to the lyrium or the red lyrium, or they came upon them like attacking people and, attacking people as in mages, and they then attacked their Templar friend or fellow Templar rather, and then the mages saved them. Like, there were a couple where like, I would have been scarred if the mage hasn't been there. I would have lost my arm if the mage hadn't been there. So again, it's interesting to see that like either the angry mages and angry Templars are the vocal minority or something else, because there are lots of groups who just seem to want to just, can you just leave me alone? Let me live my life, basically, which happens a lot in our life too. But anyway, off topic. Well, sort of, but not really. Anyway, the point of me coming to the Codex was because I wanted to read you the two Codex ones. This looks like Corypheus, and this looks like that, yes, Cole, the boy who came to the gate and killed Templars right in front of us with his stabby self. So his name is Cole. He's not that old, perhaps 20 years no more. He has blonde hair that hangs in front of his eyes. He wears dirty leathers, perhaps the only clothes he owns. He was there when you found Reese in the Templar crypt, but you couldn't see him. Nobody can. And those who do forget him, just like you are right now. Remember the dream, a letter allegedly written by former Knight Captain Evangeline de Brassard, found in the spire in the aftermath of the Mage Uprising. Who is Evangeline? Why would people forget him? Who's Reese? Reese? I would go with Reese. Anyway, Corypheus. Let me tell you what I know about the Seven. Those Tevinter Magisters said to have entered the Golden City long ago. Each was a high priest to one of the old gods. Each came to the ritual shrouded in secrecy, hiding their true name even from each other. They were competitors, you see. The old gods told them they would break into the Golden City and usurp the Maker's throne, but only one of them could sit on that throne. Each assumed a title related to their role in casting the ritual. Some texts claim they had a leader, the high priest of Demat called Corypheus. He did not rule this group, but instead conducted it, coordinating their efforts to achieve a magical feat never since replicated. They breached the Fade, walked physically in dreams, and changed our world forever. Perhaps these seven were the first Darkspawn cursed by the Maker, as the Chant of Light tells us. Perhaps not. One would think these magisters long dead, but there are whispers that this is not so. Think, if you will, what might become of the minds of such beings, corrupted by the blight cast down from prideful folly, simmering in resentment and darkness for over 1,000 years. Where would such men live? Who knows of them? For someone must, if whispers persist. What secrets do they yet hold, and what would we do should any of them return to the light? With luck, these are questions we will never have to answer. From Questioning the Chant by Magister Vibius Agorian. Well, we're going to have to answer those questions. That is a seriously creepy picture. I was looking at some of the ones for the Red Templars, and That'll give you nightmares. Anyway, before I move on, again, to exploring our castle, there are quests. We have several for Welcome to Skyhold. We have Inquisitor's Path. There is this one, but I don't want to do that just yet. There are a ton of new regions, and I'll look through them. I kind of want to make sure that I make a note. I have to look up because there are 3 DLCs. One is like end game DLC. You do it at the very, very end, from what I understand. And there's 2 others that can be done whenever. I'll probably do them when like the quote base game is done, because you can supposedly, but I kind of need to make sure that I don't actually do them on accident beforehand. So I need to kind of look them up and flag them. But if you guys know, please definitely tell me. That saves me time. Anyway, so there's tons of new areas we're going to go to, but let's focus on Skyhold today, maybe tomorrow. We'll see what happens. So it says Skyhold, following the destruction of Haven, an abandoned castle in the Dales known as Skyhold now houses the only thing keeping Thedas from its darkest hour. Skyhold is larger and significantly more defensible. It should serve the Inquisition well. Again, abandoned castle just lying about. Nobody lived in it. I feel like it seems suspicious, right? So welcome to Skyhold. This new home for the Inquisition has a lot to offer. Take a look around. So we need to find the war room and find the blacksmith. Well, I can do that. Inquisition trappings. Skyhold can be customized in a variety of ways to best reflect the style and priorities of the Inquisition. Go to the Undercroft, okay? And then rune crafting. Recruiting an arcanist will allow the Inquisition to craft runes to enhance weapons and armor. Okay, well, we'll do all those things, but I want to look around first because it's so pretty. I mean, look at this place. And no doubt my friends are all down here somewhere and there's things I can do. But again, let's wander around. Let's wander around in here first. There's a door there, but I was back here to begin with. So let's start where I left off, got picked up. There is a funky looking throne here. Can't go in that door. The Undercroft. Oh, that was just mentioned. So let's save just in case I mess this all up and I trigger something that needs to come later and go inside.
Now, what did they make down here? What can I make?
Yeah, what can I make? Let's see. There is storage. Oh, my party storage. Is this where this is great. That's nice. I can dump stuff here. What's this here? The Undercroft. Cataloging Skyhold Undercroft I was going to say auditions, like they're auditioning. Let's see. Difficult to be clear. We can add all the equipment our backs can bear, but structural changes are best avoided. With new walls and such, you need anchors to tie in new stone, which means excavation. And I wouldn't go messing with the Undercroft. Seems like it was built to purpose, whatever that was. The whole keep has settled on top of it. It's weathered some serious heat and pressure. There are spots that feel like the inside of a forge. Large spots. No idea what that means. It's as solid as you get, so fill it full of tools and toys, but there is a dwarven name for someone who tries to change an old building like this. Sodding fool. I mucked up that sentence. Structural evaluation for Lord Adar's consideration. Mason Gatsi. I am Lord Adar. Thank you very much. Tint armor. What does that do? Well, I'm wearing that. Some items do not use every tinting slot. Oh, I can change the color of my stuff. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's cool. Okay, we'll do that later. There's the buy and sell. Oh, look, and there's Harritt.
Sir, I've walked away from too many burning buildings for one lifetime. This place, though, it'll be all right. It's Inquisitor now, isn't it? That'll take some getting used to.
Yeah, for you and me both, sir.
You think it's strange to say? It's stranger to hear.
Don't let it go to your head. We need you level. Everyone just got a big, hard reason to hate Corypheus. And we already did, but we didn't have a name. You're the surprise, not him.
Yeah, what did you have to bring from Haven that was so important?
We left in a hurry, but you got into your old place. Save anything?
Family hammer. It's as stupid as it sounds. It's good to be back at work.
Well, how are the new facilities?
How is this place shaping up as a forge?
Better than Haven ever could be. Not the way I wanted an upgrade. but ever forward.
Everything is functional?
You've got it all up and running?
Your basics, like always. There's space here for, I don't know what.
Yeah.
This place was built for something big. It'll be a job to fill it.
Ooh, any thoughts for the lost? That sounds... Okay, well, we'll ask it anyway.
Have you any thoughts about the people we lost at Haven?
Shame about Adan. Experience like that, you can't just find. Flissa. So sad. Too young. The rest of us go on. It's what we have to do. You gave us the chance. Thanks for that.
Okay, goodbye.
I'll be back later.
I'll be here.
Well, I found the blacksmith. Kind of depressing to bring up all the people I failed to save. Thanks, game. Upgrade potions. What is Skyhold customization? Oh, is this what all those... Is this the banners I've been picking up? Oh, yeah, it looks like it. Free marches, Inquisition, Magi. Do I have all of them, it looks like? That seems... Oh, we'll just leave it as Inquisition. That's fine. Beds. I'm getting a large bed. The largest available, please. Because I'm ginormous. Drapery, heraldry, decor, throne. Again, I need a large throne. That looks a little too dainty for me. Oh, that look... Okay, not today. We'll fiddle with this later. Windows. Okay. Oh, Inquisition trappings completed. How simple was that? Craft weapons, armor. Oh, do I have any special shipments? Schematics. That's it. I was hoping I'd get, like, I don't know, new weapons or something. It's fine. Okay, well, that was relatively simple. I'm trying to still decide if I want to talk to my companions today or if I want to kind of break that up over the course of several days, like breaking up between multiple things, but multiple things being me going to visit places. So, okay, so there's the quest from the Ashes is in here. So hang on, let's read that real fast. From the Ashes, with a new base of operations, the Inquisition is ready to make its mark on the world. Speak with Josephine in the antechamber, and speak with Varric on the battlements. Okay, well, I guess we can talk to Josephine since we're right here, right? I love that I can hear people talking in the background, like there's a bunch of people out here, and there's like 2. So I'm assuming eventually there's going to be more of them. This is very sweet. This is a nice little office for Josephine. Can I have this? This is very nice. Hello, Josie.
I've made some inquiries into the Imperial Court. The sooner we deal with the threats to the Empress, the better. The political situation in the Empire is dangerously unstable. It will complicate matters.
Of course it will.
Everything in the Empire complicates matters. It's the Orlesian national pastime.
Turn your nose up at the grand game if you like, Commander, but we play for the higher stakes, and to the death.
The Court's disapproval can be as great a threat as the Venatori. We must be vigilant to avert disaster.
Dangerously unstable. Just get me to court. We'll save the Empress. I mean, let's not make promises we can't keep, man. So let's just go with dangerously unstable, question mark?
Exactly what do you mean? How is it more dangerous than usual?
The Empress is in the middle of a civil war. Her cousin, Grand Duke Gaspard, seeks to take her throne by force. Leliana reports that a group of elves has been sabotaging both armies, drawing out the hostilities. Orle holds Tevinter at bay. All of Thedas could be lost if the Empire falls to Corypheus. Celene is holding peace talks under the auspices of a grand masquerade. Every power in Orle will be there. It's the perfect place for an assassin to hide.
Warn the Empress. I don't have a thing to wear. I mean... okay. That's where we need to be. Well, yeah, why don't you just, like, send her an email? Send her mail. I don't know how they do. Was it by bird or something?
Does Celene know about the threats against her? Can we send word?
I've sent messages to the Empress, but it's impossible to know if she's received them. I'll arrange for an invitation at your discretion, Inquisitor.
Okay, Codex are unlocked, Orlesian Civil War. Let's look at that real quick, because I am interested. Of course, I'm interested. Where is it? The little stars need to be more obvious. Okay, so when Grand Duke Gaspard attacked Empress Celene of Orlais in an attempt to claim the throne, we assumed business across the country would suffer greatly. Yes, that would be the natural assumption. To counter propaganda suggesting she was overly tolerant of the elves, Celene was drawn to crush an elven uprising in Halam Sharal, and Gaspard's attack there destroyed her forces and cut her off from Valrayo. She escaped back to the Orlesian capital with 100 mad stories explaining how, at which point we started closing down the family shops, expecting Gaspard's army to carve a bloody path through the heartlands and up north towards cities loyal to Celene. Instead, the humans have been downright reasonable. We made a killing on furs and silver in Valrayo as Gaspard's hold on southern Orlais cut off incoming trade goods from Ferelden. The nobles in Montfort and Valcheven also bought up violets as though their touch killed Darkspawn. Apparently, Celene declared that wearing purple flowers was a way for humans to show their loyalty to her. In Ferelden, half of the cities would be on fire, but in Orlais, the nobles make jokes and the merchants just keep peddling their wares while Gaspard and Celene's armies clash in the dales. The only people really suffering are the peasants, but then that's true enough anywhere. Send extra guards on the next shipment, but save the lyrium for Ferelden. The family's doing good business here as it is. From a letter from Dernal Harritt, a dwarven merchant, to his family in Ostwick. Interesting. Wasn't really what I was hoping for, but I guess that'll do. So now I have a new quest popping up, Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts. The fate of the Empress Celene and in turn all of Orlais has been threatened. The Inquisition must intervene. Okay, no pressure. We'll worry about that later. Well, let's talk to Josephine.
Inquisitor, I was just inspecting our new headquarters. Foundation cracks, nesting animals, and miles from any centers of civilization. The staff must make it presentable if we're to receive any visitors of distinction.
I mean, I suppose, but does it have to be our top priority? Our allies will be forgiving us. Let's keep up appearances. They'll have to cope. I'd say our allies will be forgiving.
The people coming know we just survived Corypheus and a dragon.
And they must be confident we are able to do so again. The mages will be gauging the Inquisition's fortitude. They should feel safe here.
And you don't. If they don't, I can't blame them. Our own safety comes first. I don't really like any of these, but let's go with the first one.
Do you not feel safe here?
I've had difficulty forgetting Corypheus' attack on Haven. Do you know who first leapt to arms? Our workers. They were so proud of our cause. Corypheus simply cut them down. So much screaming after that first blast of fire. So many people turned to ash.
I won't let it haunt me. I'm troubled by it as well. We'll have our revenge. I wish we'd save more lives. I'm gonna... I don't like the top two. We'll have revenge, or I'm troubled by it as well. I think Theron's just gonna wanna kill Corypheus. Stab him in the face. It always makes that made Aaron and Edward feel better. I'm just saying.
Corypheus will pay when I face him again.
I dearly hope that happens soon. Well, before I return to my duties, allow me to congratulate you on your appointment as Inquisitor, my lord. I will now bring diplomatic issues to your attention, and I'm more than happy to help with any situations that arise.
Oh, can't you just deal with it? Care for a stroll. No need to be all business, such as a week's worth of bathing. Carry on. Yeah, is there a bath around here somewhere?
I'd be delighted if you could conjure up a marble bath within the next hour.
I'll attempt to add that to the list.
That's not really where I thought that was going to go, but okay. You sound like a... Okay, what's down here? Oh, the war room. Well, let's summon the council and then we'll just leave, because I don't want to do any quests right now. But I did complete one, it sounds like. Oh my gosh, there is so much stuff on the board now. Look at all the things. Oh my gosh, there are so many more table quests. There are so many things. Okay, I can't. There are too many things. We'll deal with that later. What is it I always said in Dragon Age 2? We'll worry about it later. We will worry about it later. Okay, let's head out of here. Investigate. Oh, I have so many new operations available. I'm fully war game, thank you. Can I go over here? I can't go over there. I can go over here, it looks like. A door to nowhere. Lovely. And we can go in here. And there's Solas. And there's another door.
What was this place? So much room for whatever was here.
Yeah, what would have been here? Like, it looks like it could be a library or something, but there's no books. So, request for resources on the Fade. Regarding your request as a noted partner of the Inquisition, Lady Montilyet has ensured our contacts are quick to reply. The few titles on hand accompany this letter, with the remaining en route from libraries in Valrayo and surrounding. Archivist Banon. Fade and Spirits Mysterious by Rutherford and Genitivity. An Enchanter's Observations by Anonymous. The Unholy Grace on Silver Cords by First Enchanter Irving. We know him. Wisdom Failed, the Hedge Mage, collected by First Enchanter Heron. Translations of... Okay. Oh my gosh, it's a long list. There are 2 more pages of titles listed beneath. I'm not reading all those. I'm sure it's super interesting and lots of Easter eggs. I don't want to... Oh, there's something up there. Oh my god, I want to talk to Solas right now. I kind of want to pick and choose. The Rotunda and the Fresco. Sister Leliana, as per your request, I have made a thorough examination of the fresco adorning the Rotunda. I first attempted to clarify its intent with Messer Solas. Forgive me, I know he is not titled within the structure of the Inquisition, but the more I learn of his experience, the more awkward I feel not using a formal honorific. On the mural, all Messer would say is, Skyhold is his fortress, meaning, of course, the Inquisitor. These are his actions. He is, of course, correct. The subject of each edition is self-evident. On the medium and the method, it is elven fresco, pigment, and plaster, and it is grand. I have rarely been privileged to observe such skill as it is applied. It is considered with long periods of study before the image emerges with cloth and with certainty. It speaks of how I imagine elves view the world and the measured nature of their step. I should expect such competence from Messer, given his probable years of study, but it is still an amazing work demonstrating art with few living practitioners even among the Dalish. Archivist Banon. There's nothing on the walls, though. What are we talking about? Whatever, it's fine. What is the box? What's in the box? Bad reference. Oh, and there's stairs. So it's going to be pictures down there, but there are none? There's the library. And there's Dorian, and there's Fiona, and another book, The Folly of General Not-Sheritan. Okay, I will read that later. I've been reading way too many Codex entries out loud. Oh, turn in research. There we go. That's convenient. I do want to talk to Dorian because I like Dorian. He's very charming.
Brilliant, isn't it? One moment you're trying to restore order in a world gone mad. That should be enough for anyone to handle, yes? Then, out of nowhere, an archdemon appears and kicks you in the head. What? You thought this would be easy? No, I was just hoping you wouldn't crush our village like an anthill. Sorry about that. Archdemons like to crush, you know. Can't be helped. Am I speaking too quickly for you?
We're all frightened. Not at all. You're boring me, and I was enjoying the show. Well, yeah, I have actually enjoyed the show.
I was distracted, that's all.
Distracted? By my wit and charm? I have plenty of both.
You're very confident. Perhaps. Are you so sure? So sure. You think I haven't been drinking, I promise you. So perhaps, maybe?
Today, at least.
You wound me. I always assumed the Elder One behind the Venatori was a Magister. But this is something else completely. In Tevinter, they say the Chantry's tales of Magisters starting the Blight are just that. Tales. But here we are. One of those very Magisters, a dark spawn.
So they say the Chantry is lying.
Who does the Imperium say started the Blight?
You know how it is. Not us. They say Darkspawn were always there. Magisters and the Blight aren't even related. Is that a surprise? No one wants to admit they shit the bed. But if Corypheus is one of the Magisters who entered the Black City and he's Darkspawn, what other explanation is there?
Well, he could be lying. I mean, theoretically, he could be. I don't think he is, but let's live in the land of delusion, right?
We only know what Corypheus claims to be.
True. He might be a convincing liar, or delusional, or insane. But how many delusional maniacs are going to have that knowledge? He broke open the Fade. I knew what I was taught couldn't be the whole truth, but I assumed there had to be a kernel of it, somewhere. But no. It was us all along. We destroyed the world.
Why whine about it? It's not destroyed yet, and you're not responsible. Yet, Dorian, you weren't responsible for what happened so long ago.
You didn't do anything. Those men did. 1,000 years ago.
True, except that one of them is up and walking around right now. Not to mention I have idiot countrymen who would happily follow him down that path again. No one will thank me, whatever happens. No one will thank you either.
Yeah.
You know that, yes?
Well, nobody knows that. No one likes pessimists, and I don't think Theron needs our thanks. He's a Canary, living outside of the Canary. And he's pretty much used to not getting thanks from anybody.
That's not why I'm doing this.
I knew there was something clever about you. All I know is this. Corypheus needs to be stopped. Men like him ruined my homeland. I won't stand by and let him ruin the world.
Fair enough.
Oh, and congratulations on that whole leading the Inquisition thing, by the way.
Thanks. A friend in Canaris operation available. I want to talk to him again, just because it's Dorian.
Always with the questions. What will people say?
I guess just tell me about the
I'd
Imperium.
like to ask you about Tevinter.
Popular topic. Anything specific?
Yes, Corypheus was a magister.
Corypheus is a figure out of Tevinter history. He was a magister.
Yes, but that was a different time. The Imperium's power was at its peak then. The Civil War had ended. The Magisterium was united, its armies scooping up bits of Thedas like candy. The Magisters who entered the Black City. It was a demonstration of how exceptional Tevinter had become.
But who were they?
No one knows. There's no record of a Magister named Corypheus. All this happened 1,400 years ago, before the Blight nearly wiped us out. There are no records. Today, people half believe it's all just a story. That's what I believed.
Yeah, it's not a story, though, is it?
We have evidence the story is very much real.
But not who Corypheus is. If he even remembers. There used to be families who claimed some of those Magisters as their own. That stopped when the Chantry appeared. Then it was shameful, and the families distanced themselves from the tale. All we know is that some men and women entered the Black City looking for the old gods. What did they find? According to Corypheus, nothing. And only he could tell us more.
Okay.
That's all I wanted to know.
Fair enough.
And that's enough.
I should go.
I do rather like watching you leave.
Thanks. I guess let me talk to Fiona, and then maybe we'll have to wrap things up for today, because I'm almost out of time.
Greetings, Inquisitor. That is your title now, yes? I admit, I was worried what being conscripted into the Inquisition would mean, but it's not as bad as I feared.
Good.
We survived the attack on Haven, and this fortress is secure. It's more than most of us have known for a long time.
Yeah, that's just stay in line. There's more to come. That's good. I'm glad. Like I looked at conscription as like drafting them. Like, you don't really get a choice, like the draft that they have in the States. Not that it's used much anymore, but another topic. But I never looked at it as like enslaving them or imprisoning them. They've been drafted to be in our armies to help us close the breach, and now they have to stick around because there's a crazy person on the loose. And anyway, now I'm off topic for sure. That's good.
I'm glad you've settled in.
It's better than being hunted by Templars for months on end.
Yeah.
I've been a Grey Warden, Grand Enchanter, leader of a rebellion, and now I am none of those things. Odd where fate takes you, as you're no doubt well aware.
Mm-hmm. Fully aware. You were a Grey Warden.
You were once a Grey Warden?
Yeah.
Mine is an unusual circumstance, Inquisitor. Normally one is part of the Order until death. But long ago I found myself stripped of what made me a Warden. They tried to reinitiate me, but nothing worked. Nor could they figure out how it happened. So I was sent to the Circle of Magi, the first Warden ever to be kicked out. Quite the achievement.
That didn't bother you?
You sound happy about it.
Becoming a Warden seemed like a dream when I was first conscripted. Towards the end, however, my brothers and sisters, they felt I had somehow cheated death. I was glad to leave. It also made me unique in the Circle. I had an opportunity to do more than I ever could as a Warden.
Yeah, you did. Well, did she start the rebellion? I mean, I guess she was in charge, so no matter what, it was going to fall on her, but I feel obligated to make the statement, so we will say it.
You mean you began the Mage Rebellion?
I pushed for our vote to free the Circles of Magi, but I cannot claim sole responsibility for what followed. Still, despite all the chaos, I would do it again. What happened had to happen.
I'm going to disagree with you on that one. I think there were other options, potentially. So, do you still leave the mages?
You're not still the Grand Enchanter, then?
Any claim I had to the title ended along with the Circles of Magi, although some still call me by it. Perhaps the Circles will one day be resurrected. If so, another will take the position. Until that time, I lead my fellow mages by default. I will do what I can for them.
The circles will return. I mean, maybe. I don't know.
You believe they'll recreate the Circle of Magi after all this?
It depends on who the next divine is, and what she offers. We can't go back to the way things were. But endless warfare benefits no one.
Yeah.
That is why I agreed to Justinia's conclave. There must be another solution.
How did Alexius take control? Well, didn't she kind of surrender all of them to it? But I don't know. Let's see what she has to say for herself.
I've been meaning to ask, how exactly did the Venatori take control in Redcliffe?
Oh, that's what...
Mages constantly found their way to us while we were there. Stragglers, most of them strangers. I had no way of knowing some were actually Tevinter. They spread whispers, encouraged talk of an alliance, and we were desperate. I'm not proud of our choice, but we were certain Templars were coming. It could have ended far worse.
Yeah. I saw how it ended far worse. And is everything well?
I trust everything is well with the mages?
Some struggle with the idea we are once again subject to control, but we are enduring.
I mean, let's not be drastic. This isn't a circle, guys. I mean, I don't think it's a circle, but anyway.
I'll leave you to it.
That's a topic for another time, I'm sure, if it hasn't already been discussed in comments. Anyway, this is where I'm going to end things for today. It ran long as usual. I feel like the next few videos may run long. We're going to spend a while in Skyhold, try to explore as much as we can. Maybe I'll try and break up companion dialogue, but they don't seem to be very long, so it doesn't seem to be a bad thing. But I'm babbling again. As always, thank you so very much for watching. Please do keep yourselves safe, and I will see you again tomorrow with another new Dragon Age Inquisition video.